Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 12 of my Chelsea save. We are here today. We have played our August games, so into September now, September the 1st, and it's time for you guys to see what's been happening in September, or up to September, I should say. So, first thing on the agenda is we do have a new director of football. I told you guys in the last episode I was looking for a director of football, and the director of football we have chosen is Javier Ribalta. So he's a 39-year-old Spanish gentleman. He has been at Zenit this season. He spent a year at Manchester United as a scout. Previous to that, he spent 5 years at Juve as a scout. So he's had a couple of big jobs. He had Milan as a scout for 2 years. So he's come through the ranks. He's very Italian based, and then he's come over to England, then gone out to Russia as a director of football for Zenit. But I offered him the director of football over here, and he was more than happy to take it. Reason I went for it? Not so much the judging ability. It's always good to have someone who can judge ability and potential because he knows who to give contracts to. But the man management and the motivating, I'm hoping he can motivate people into have cheaper contracts, stay at the club, you want to be here, things like that. So yeah, that's our new director of football and the reasons why I have chosen him. We've also got a good piece of squad news when it comes to Memphis Depay. He has signed a new 5-year deal. So he signed that at the end of the month, £165,000 a week, which I do not think is too bad for one of our best players last season, and he looks like he's going to be one of our best players this season the way he started. The way I've tried to build this deal is I've given him a high return for goals scored. I don't mind that because if he's scoring goals, he's contributing to where we're going to finish. That's why I don't mind going for these. I don't so much like the appearance fees because I know he's going to be playing a lot. But even if you drop that down to zero and give him an extra 40 grand a week on his contract, he still want an appearance fee. So you've got to just deal with that. The only bad thing about getting this contract done, I think it cost like 11 million for his agent, which is ridiculous when he's already our player. But that's the way it is, I suppose. The next thing to look at would be our group in the Champions League. So our group has seen us drawn in Group H, and we have drawn Monaco, Anderlecht, and Ludogorets. Ludo, we'll call them Ludo because that's a good name for them. So looking at that squad, I can't group. I can't see too many issues getting out of it. Monaco is, yeah, they've been. I wonder how they've been doing in Ligue 1. Who are the Ligue 1 champions? Monaco finished runner-up last season, so they're not even the best in France. So we should be all right getting through them. If we just have a look at, yeah, so, and then you've got Anderlecht, the Belgium side. So let's have a look at our fixtures for the month and see how we got on in the month of August. So as you can see, there's a lot of greens there. There is a red. We'll come to that in a moment. So our first game of August was against Southampton in the Community Shield. It was a game that it sort of could have went either way in the end. It's fairly even, but we managed to get the win. It's a close 2-1 win, and I think from what the stats show, it's probably it shows what it really was. We did go with a pretty backup team. Christensen's one main man there. Emerson's a main man. Kante's a main man. But that's it. Everyone else is a backup. Black is the backup goalkeeper. Emerson at the back. Christiansen, David Luiz is back up this season, and Aspilicueta is back up this season. Bakayoko in the holding role is back up to Jorginho. Hudson-Odoi is back up to Hazard. Kante plays normally. Mount is back up to Loftus-Cheek. Pulisic is back up to Federico. And Abraham is playing up front, and he's deputising for Depay. So in this game, we did fall behind Southampton early doors. It took until middle of the second half before Hudson-Odoi managed to put one away. At this point, I was raving like a lunatic on the sideline, telling them they had to push forward, demanding more out of them. I was telling them to show some passion. I was just going through everything that I could possibly go through to get them to get forward. And in the end, they've done the job. We've come out on top 2-1. And first trophy of the season in the cabinet. So then we opened up our Premier League account with a 4-0 win over Stoke. Stoke, looking at that, has gone for the same formation as what Southampton did in the Community Shield final. And that didn't help them, and it didn't help Stoke today. So looking at the team we put out, we've pretty much have put out our strongest side there. I think that is our strongest side. So this is the side that you'll probably see most this season from us. So Kepa in goal, Emerson, Christiansen, Zuma, Aspilicueta at right back. Now I would have Zaragoza in there, but he was showing signs of an injury. Jorginho in the holding role with Hazard, Kante, Loftus-Cheek and Federico Chiesa in front, and Depay up front. And as you can see, everyone in the green for us there. We've outgunned them 17-10. The clear-cut chances were ours 3-1. Possessions 50-50. We've got passing up at 86%. Plenty of passes being passed between us. And our average rating of 7.94. If we just have a quick look at the goal scorers in this game. So we took the lead through Depay on the 22nd minute. Then Federico, on his debut in the Premier League, got himself a goal. Hazard then put a penalty away to make us 3-0 before Depay finished Stoke off with his fourth. And that was a nice way to start the Premier League. So I was thinking, yeah, we've done well. We're going to go strong. We're going into the Super Cup on the back of so many wins with this new formation. And unfortunately, it just didn't pan out for us. We were never on the front foot in this game. It was PSG all the way through. And if you have a look at the team we put out, we've put out a strong team. The strongest team we probably could. Mounts in for Loftus-Cheek, who was a little bit run ragged from the last game. But I couldn't see why this side wouldn't be able to beat PSG. It's a good enough side. It's won the league. It dominated every cup we were in last year, bar the FA Cup. But yeah, it just didn't work out for us. We couldn't get forward. We just could not push them back. And as you can see, Paris Saint-Germain, 27 shots to our 10. Possession, they outdone us on possession. Passes, they've done more passes than us and completed more. I would say it was just a case of they wanted it more than us. Not more than me, more than the team. So at the end of the day, I mean, some of these ratings, 6.6, 6.5, the players that come on that I try to change the game with, 6.4 and 6.5, it just weren't good enough for them. And the stars of PSG turned up on the night, Neymar and Matip. They turned up, which was the important thing and is what won them the game. So, yeah, we're not going to do a clean sweep of trophies this season, unfortunately, but you never know what will happen next season. Up next, we play Watford in the Premier League at Vicarage Road. Run out 2-0 winners in this game. Goals from Memphis Depay and N'Golo Kante in the first half. Won us what was pretty much a simple game at the end of the day. There was no real major issues with that. We then had a game against Manchester United where they visited Stamford Bridge. And this was a bit of a... we showed Manchester United up, to be honest with you. So we went with our strongest side there, because Zabacosta's back in. So Kepa in goal, Emerson, Christensen, Zuma, Zabacosta, Jorginho, Hazard, Kante, Loftus-Cheek, Chisa, and Depay up front. Manchester United got a very strong side together there. Rodri, he looks like he's going to be a brilliant player. I think I would have tried to get him as half-back if I could have. Aggression's a little bit lower than I'd like to play that position, but I do think he's a really good player, and I think he's going to progress well in this game. But yeah, Manchester United just couldn't deal with us today. The fact that they got one was a bit disappointing. That it was an own goal from Christensen. It even gave them the lead, so you would have thought that maybe they could have held on to something, a reason to really try and push forward. But Kante, Zabacosta and Depay on the score sheet for us put Man United to bed. We then, final game of August, saw us play Bournemouth away. And as you can see, we do fall behind in this game for a Steve Cook goal before Depay put 2 away either side of half-time for us. And if we have a look at the stats, Bournemouth were unlucky to lose this one. If you just look all the way down here, it's Bournemouth, it's red all the way over. So I do feel Bournemouth are unlucky to lose this one. It was just, I think, quality that won this game rather than quantity. And we had our players that had quality turn up. So if we have a look at the news, the club news at the moment, and see what's in the news. So we've got club news. Depay sent us top against Bournemouth. We've got Chelsea player scoops young player of the month. So Federico Chiesa repaying the £65 million outlaid for him by getting the young player of the month in his first month in the Premier League. Let's hope that's a sign of things to come from him. We've then got Batshuayi injury. Is that a big one? 2 weeks out for Batshuayi. Again, he's only fighting between Abraham and himself to see who actually gets to be the number one centre forward behind Depay. So it's not really fighting for anything. What else is in the news? I picked up a Manager of the Month award. I think, where's that? Yeah, so I've got Manager of the Month award. You've got Depay got Goal of the Month award. And Depay got Player of the Month award with 6 goals in his first 4 appearances of the season. So he's come out banging them in that centre forward position, which we weren't sure whether he was going to play well in. He played well as a front three, but now we've got him as a lone striker. It's a case of, is he going to do the job that's needed of him? That'd be something to see for the rest of the season, because if he doesn't, it might be a case of finding an out-and-out striker to fill that position. So the last thing to look at, we didn't look at in the last episode, so we'll have a look at the dynamics, see how everyone's feeling about me. So we've got team cohesion is very good at the moment. We've got the dressing room atmosphere is also very good. Got 3 players at the club that are unhappy. So that's Loftus-Cheek wants a new deal. We've got Danny Drinkwater wants to leave because he ain't getting first team football. Jorginho has been concerned since the very first day I turned up at the club wanting first team football, although he keeps getting first team football, so I don't really know what to do with that. And Zuma wants a new deal to reflect his ability. Now, I want to give him new deals, but I don't want to give him new deals too quick. I mean, when was the last time Loftus-Cheek had a new deal? So Loftus-Cheek signed a new deal with Chelsea in February, and it runs until the end of 2021. I think if I could get him to agree to the end of this season, then he will get that big pay rise he wants, because he's going to be playing every game. He needs to realise if he asks for one now, and I do the deal now, it's going to up it by 20 grand a week. Then it comes to the end of the season and he'll want another one. And I can't be offering contracts every 6 months to players. Otherwise, everyone will want one. As for Zuma, he wants a new deal to reflect his ability. He's another player. He's on a longer contract than Loftus-Cheek. Again, I think hold out till the end of the season, see how many games you've played, what I think your ability really is at, and then I can make a educated decision on how much I want to give you. Managerial support is very good. There's no negative in there. So hopefully, come the next episode, they are still feeling very good about me in all aspects of my life. Let's just have a look how the board are feeling. So the confidence with the board. We've got the really major highlight. The fans have been very pleased with Memphis Depay's recent performances, but they're upset about letting Giroud go for 36 million. I can't understand that. He weren't going to play. He was going to be sitting on the bench. There's 36 million pound in cash sitting on the bench, or 36 million pound in the bank, meaning I could buy Federico Chiesa, who is Young Player of the Month. It baffles me sometimes. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please leave me a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will keep producing these videos. If there's anything I can do better, please let me know in the comments. But thank you very much for taking your time out of your day to watch this. Goodbye.